Okay.
Yeah. File sharing is there in this thing. Screen chat only is there. Okay. Let me ping you a class. Okay.
Send it by email otherwise.
Yeah, that will be fine.
Maybe trial version it is
Yeah.
not there, huh?
Which one?
Trial version.
File sharing. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I don't.
I have sent 2 files actually
Okay.
to your mail now. Just a Pojo, 2 Java Pojos.
Okay. Okay.
So see the file name. Similarly, you need to create that file name actually. Or else, yeah, learning.file handling. You can create a package, learning.file handling.
New package, huh?
Hmm.
Okay. Then what is the name? Input user take on file. Input user take on
I will ping it actually so that you can easily copy it.
file. Okay.
Input user.
File take on.
No, no, copy it actually. Input is caps. I have pinged in Skype. Yeah, fine then, fine.
Oh, shoot. Okay. What is the other file?
Yeah. So the other file name is output something like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 things are done. You created 2 files. Now let me tell the requirement actually.
Okay.
So the requirement is what you need to do is you will be having 2 Excel files.
Okay.
Okay. In the Excel file, the input user token on file will be your it's a Pojo of one Excel file. That means in that one Excel file you will have 3 columns.
Okay.
business role, user full name and NTID. Fine. The other Excel file, the other, if you see the output file,
Okay.
okay, so it will have two columns basically. So what are the two columns? Business role and NTID. So you have two Excel files in your hand.
Okay.
One Excel file has three columns. The other Excel file has two columns. The two columns in both Excel file names are same. Correct? NTID and business role in both. Did you understood till this? You have two Excel files,
Yeah,
three
yeah.
columns there,
Business role and
and two,
NTID are common. Okay. Only name is
yeah, common,
different.
correct,
Okay.
different. So what you need to do, you need to read the two Excel files in your Java.
Okay.
So basic thing is I want to compare. A task is given to you, two Excel files to your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, I am your superior is telling that I want a Excel file where what you need to do is the business NTID and name, the two fields which are common in both Excel fields, the values which are same, I need to have it in a separate Excel file. You got the point here.
Okay.
So the columns are different. The values, multiple rows will be there, right? So the two, both the values in each Excel file. What are the such pairs of value? I want to have that in a separate Excel file, third Excel file. Are you clear?
Yeah, third Excel file should have what? Business role, NTID and name, huh?
Business role, NTID, the two columns alone, which are
Common.
same in both, yeah, which are same in both Excel files.
Okay, okay.
All the rows I want which are same. Suppose business role NTID, business role manager NTID 5, name Ashok. Business role senior manager NTID 5, sorry 6, name Ramana. If these two data is same in both the files, are you sure? Are you getting it?
Yeah, yeah.
The first file and second file. If it is not same, it can be in any order. First layer, it can be in beginning, end. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right? You're getting it.
Yeah, yeah.
The first can be in the 100th row in the second file. But what are the things that are the name and that thing matches? I need to have it in a separate file.
Okay. If there are only in one file, then we don't need them.
We don't need them, correct.
Okay.
If they are in only one thing which is not there, we don't need them. If there is something is there, something different, yeah, correct. Different itself is not actually matching. You got the requirement, right? If something is given normally, what we will do, manual work, we will control C, copy there. We need to check both the columns actually, each time of the row, correct? Oh, both the columns we need to check and we will select together or we will do all the stuff. It will take a lot of time, correct? Say you have thousands of rows. Think of that day being, entire day being wasted. So this is a scenario and you want to improve the productivity now.
Okay.
Okay. So now the first thing you need to know how to read from a file. Correct? Yeah. First thing how we go ahead to read a CSV file. Fine. So what we can do here is so in that you can create one more file called file reading utility. One more file so that we can try and read a file.
Okay.
So how it will be is one Excel file, CSV file will be input. Okay, you need to separate the into your this is a POJO. Okay, CSV file will be coming as an input with 3 columns and multiple rows. You need to create a list of input user token on file objects. So each object will represent each row. Are you able to understand?
Each object will be each row. Okay, like in string object relational mapping, right?
Correct.
Something
So
like
in a suppose I have an Excel file, you can create a quick Excel file now. Okay, you have Excel?
Excel, maybe not. Office is not there.
Just check.
Office is not there. Need to activate it. No, it's not there.
Okay, so we can create a comma separated file. Will that work?
Yeah, not
comma separated a text file, general a comma separated text file. I think that is better. Normal text pad you can create.
Okay.
Notepad or something. So here you can have like the column, first the column names will be there, right? So you need to put the column names. So if go to the POJO, business role, comma, the same order you can put the column names. Yeah. Two things. No, the input file only two things, huh?
Hmm?
In the input file. In the input file only you have two things, two columns. Output only
Name
X.
also. Yeah.
See, yeah.
Let me see. Input.
So check the order actually. In the Pojo, which order we
Yeah.
can, without to avoid confusion, we
Business
can have
role.
everything.
User full name, NTID.
Business role user. Yeah, you can copy the same name as such. Control C, Control V there. Our yeah, business role. Can I type actually? User full name for this alone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're fine. So let me do this.
Okay.
Do I have the control?
Yeah. You take.
Yeah, generally in Excel sheet, it will be all caps actually. You can
Mhm.
follow that itself better. The column names will be all caps, right?
Okay.
Business role. Okay, next we have user full name,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Next, oh,
NTID.
NTID. Oh, small NTID. Can you put the comma over there?
Yeah.
It's slow here. Yeah.
Okay.
So this being the no space. So this being the column. So in the
Mhm.
below, similarly comma separated, you can give few values.
Okay. Okay.
Manager, comma, give 3 to 4 values quickly.
Okay.
Those things can be in case sensitive or not, anything. That's up to us.
Okay. Okay.
That's the data.
Okay.
So why this thing I came with two intention. One is to make you understand before going to the database to make you understand that each row in a database is a
Mm.
one object in Java.
Mm.
So each row here in file is also we're gonna populate as a one object. The entire Excel sheet will be in a list.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So developer Raju. So this is so a few things. DBA.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Similarly, create the output file. Ramana, can you give me a couple of minutes? One call is coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
Sorry, Ramana garu. Call. Oh my God.
Hello?
Fine.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hello.
yeah. You're back?
Fine. So, yeah, I'm back. So you have both the files ready, right?
Mm-hmm.
The text files.
Which one?
The text files, both the కొంచెం data enter చేశారు కదా, both text files, input and output.
Output we didn't do, right?
Oh, okay.
Output,
Fine.
yeah,
So you can
output.
copy paste the same thing and delete few things actually.
Okay,
So you can save this file name as input.csv.
okay.
Or for now, let it be simple. We can make it as text itself. Save it as input.txt.
Okay. Now in this, there is no
Hmm.
name. That's the only thing, right?
Yeah.
Should we
In the
have any,
output,
how,
you can delete few things actually. Delete couple of
okay,
rows and add one more thing which is not
yeah,
equal
okay,
actually.
right.
And for the tester, change one ID like 106.
Mm,
So one thing is being changed and add one more row like
mm,
something else.
okay,
Yeah,
caps, right?
not necessary. It's just like in Excel sheet you will type
Okay,
some
okay.
row data, right?
Mm,
So only yeah. All right, no space should be there, but
mm,
after comma. Otherwise, that also will be included. Okay, now you delete the column actually. User, you need to
right.
delete the column, user full name column. So you got the input file and as well as the output file. Now save this as output.txt.
Mm, okay,
All right.
all right.
So okay, fine. Now you have both things in your hand. We will write a utility.
Mm,
Okay, so which will what it will does is it will read the both the files and keep it in Java memory.
mm,
Okay, so Java memory in the heap, like normally objects. So we have two files and corresponding two POJOs. Now you got it right.
correct.
So we will be reading the text file, and for each row, what we will do, we will create a new objects, and add it into a list.
Mm,
Okay. So then, if you got it right, it will be like list of input user token on file. One more thing will be list of output NTID bis role mapping. So both array lists, you need to actually check from one list to another whether things are matching or not. Whichever is matching, you need to write it into another file which is
correct,
matching it out.
correct.
Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, so the scenario is clear. Okay, now you can create one more class like file utility dot java. So what we're gonna do in that class is we will just read the file and convert
Yeah.
into Java object.
File reading, huh?
Yeah, yeah. No, file utility.
Yes.
Both we will do both methods, static methods like reading and
Mm,
writing the files. File utility.
mm,
So here basically it will take the two methods. First we will have a read method. Okay.
okay.
So which will take file name as an argument and return the
Oh, okay.
list of input user token on file. So
Okay.
read file. So file name will be the argument, string file name. Just
Mm,
it will be a string only. String file name
mm,
n is caps.
mm.
Okay, the method name can be public static read input file. Public static. The return type will be what could be the return type for the input file?
Another file, right? Or some data list, huh?
No, what list correct? List of
Okay.
in generics, what is that object we're gonna convert? Input user token on file. Got it? So that is the POJO we decided, right?
Oh, so there will be objects of that. Each row is an
Yeah,
object.
correct. Now you got it. You need to have this understanding. That's why I gave this example today.
Okay.
Then only you will have the database and other stuff.
Okay. Okay. Oh, good. Okay.
Hmm, only.
Oh, this we didn't save this, huh?
Actually, the method we need
Oh.
to declare, right? That's why it is coming there, open brackets and those stuff.
Hmm.
Open the method actually.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So now Control Shift O to import both things actually. I think spell mistake is there. That is why it is not taking. Oh, they have not given us capital. So O is small. Actually, it should be capital.
Hmm.
Anyway, now Control Shift O to import the list.
Okay.
Second one, correct.
Okay.
Good. So now what happened? We generally did this. Now, as usual, it will expect a return
Okay.
statement
Okay.
immediately. So now you can create a list of input user token on file, some array list initially. You cannot give like this actually. It
Hmm.
should be a reference name, right?
Yeah.
So the first step can be, no, no, not like this. Let me take the control.
Oh,
So
okay.
what you
I
need
got
to
what
do,
you're saying. Okay.
yeah,
Create a list of those things.
array list and that reference you need to return.
Right. Right.
So basically we can copy this
Hmm.
and paste it here, some name, input data.
See, all this thing is looking good when you are doing it, but I
Hmm.
have to think and create all these things on my own, which is a little scary because
Not scaring actually. The things which I are giving is very high standards. Okay, so it won't be that much stuff over there. Why I'm giving this? If it something comes below that, you can do easily.
okay,
Okay, so
more
directly they may not
practice,
ask
right,
to.
Ashok?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Practice is the thing. You need to spend some time.
Yeah.
Hmm. Ma. So here you need to create the objects, right? One by one object. But before that, we need to read the file, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So for to read a file, what you need to do, you need to use a file input stream, right?
Uh-huh.
So to use the file input stream, what you can do is basically, so you can use a file reader, buffered reader, and so on. Buffer reader, what it will do is it will capable of reading line by line. Okay.
Uh,
So inside buffer reader, it will take a file reader. File reader can take a file name as an argument.
uh-huh.
Okay. So what we can do is, so it goes like a chain.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So basically what we can do, we can declare a buffer reader here. Buffer reader is one of the class. As I said, you have input streams, buffer reader. Buffer reader is more efficient
Uh-huh.
because
Yeah, you told
what
me.
it
Yeah.
will do is,
Keep.
yeah, it buffers the data. So buffer reader, it's a just an instance. Yeah, not just to create the instance here. Let me import this buffer reader. Yeah, I imported good. So buffer reader is there. So buffer reader is equal to, anyhow this is gonna be in a try block. That's why I'm putting here. Buffer reader is equal to new of file reader.
Uh,
So it will be like new of buffer reader. Inside that you need to put a file reader actually. So then it will be like new of. So you, this is one of the pattern. If you see, it is a like a the pattern, famous pattern. This one, decorator pattern we
uh-huh.
call. So each object is decorated by other object. Initially you have just a coffee, and in that coffee some ice cream things will be there, right?
Uh,
A vanilla ice cream. On top of it you decorate something, some choppings. On top of it another thing. You keep on decorating to your separate variety like that. It generally a file reader is just capable of something. If you can put a file reader decorated to a buffered reader.
Mhm.
Okay, so it will be like, so my god, it will slow today. So it will be, let us do buffered reader. Inside it, as I said, you will pass a file reader because buffer reader is not capable of reading a file. Okay, it is capable of reading a file reader. So you put a new file reader inside that your file name. So basically the first thing is file reader, and that thing will be passed to the constructor of the buffer reader.
Okay.
Understood? So it will be like step by step. File reader is the first thing. It will take a file name as argument. It will keep the file ready.
Correct, correct.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then it is passed to the constructor of buffer reader. All right. So it goes on like that. So this is generally IO exceptions, right? So if what if the file is not there or not and so on. So you can surround this with try catch for the exception handling scenarios. All right. So you have a buffer reader now in your hand and your file has been read, which is in this buffered reader. It will buffer and read you step by step. So you need to iterate to read line by line. Basically, you need to iterate, right? Am I right?
Uh, New buffer reader, new file reader,
You
file name.
got it. The file will be, the entire file will be there,
Yeah,
right? Okay, so you need to iterate it line by line so
correct,
that
correct.
only you will understand it, and then you need to split it into tokens. Now you, with this example, you will understand all the type of
Okay,
data types whatever we have.
okay.
Okay, so what happened now? You read the buffer reader. Now what you will do? Buffered,
Buffered, do you give a size? Like how much it has to buffer each time?
that will be inside implementation. Good question. Normally 4 KB, 5 KB it will be.
Okay. We don't have any
4
control
KB.
on that. We can't change it.
Uh,
That's fine. We,
I don't try it. Buffer reader dot. You have something called read line. So whenever the pointer initially will be outside, okay. So when you give a read line, okay, that means why I am giving a read line means it will read the first line, okay. Why I am giving the first line directly to read in order to skip. So I don't want, I will convert this to exception. Otherwise, it will ask all the things exception again. Okay. So why I am doing this is to skip the header file, to skip the column names, right? First line is a column in the text file.
correct, correct.
Column names, read line once. Understood.
Mm.
So what happened? Buffer reader dot read line. We got to this till this point. Now we will put this in a loop. Okay. So how that will be in a loop? Any idea? So each line will be a string. Correct? Am I right?
Stream, huh? Okay,
String. Each line will be a string. Return type will
okay,
be a string.
okay.
I am not storing it in a string because I don't want this. So what I will do? String. Oh, I'm doing something.
I
Sorry.
am not doing anything.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you must have pressed something. Okay.
Okay. So now you need to iterate it actually.
Mm.
So how you need to do this is first to read each every line you need to have a line is
Mm.
equal to null. Just a temporary thing.
Okay.
Understood. Now while loop to read step by step while line is equal to I am assigning the line to buffered reader. Whenever I do a read line, the pointer will move to the next line. Correct?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So initially it was in the first line. Now when I do a read line, I am reading the first row. Dot read line.
Mm.
Okay. So now I will close a bracket here. Reason I will check for not equal to null. If it is null, the pointer is reached at its end. Okay. So I will put here not equal to null. You got it? So
Yeah.
what will happen basically? I need to put a bracket here as well. So that means this entire thing is being checked for not equal to null here. Okay. So if this is not equal to null, the entire thing is in your line now. So what will be there in your line? Any idea? The first line, including the commas, correct? See, you read the file here. I will come
Right.
step by step. You read the file.
Mm.
and you skipped the first line, and the second line will be the entire thing. You can take the input file if you don't under, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
what
need to have
read line will skip first line, huh?
read line will read the line. It will not skip the first line. Why I am reading this line is I am reading the line and not doing anything. I am not assigning to anything.
Oh,
In
okay.
order
So
to
it will
skip
go
the
to the
common
next
line,
line. Okay, got it, got it. Okay.
next line when it will go to the next line because of this read line.
Correct, correct. Okay.
Okay, this thing in a loop where it reads the line and store it in a variable called line. My question is, what will be there in line in this string?
While
First rows.
first row will be uh,
First row, entire thing, including comma, the entire line will be there,
correct.
right? Because this will read line by line.
Yeah.
Our job is now to split into columns,
Hmm.
correct?
Correct. So we have to
Correct.
take
Using a
a
comma function.
comma as a token here, huh?
Yeah, correct. Good. So you need to take comma as a token here and split the big string into string array. String array, which each array containing uh, things. You understood?
All the alphabets before comma.
See,
Huh?
array of things before comma, and then you need to split it accordingly. You got it?
Yeah, yeah, it's a little complicated, but okay, I'm getting it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not complicated. Y will be a string. It will be a normally a string is there. A line is a string. Okay. So
Okay.
which has comma. That is a big string. You
Hmm.
need to break that big line into what? Number of strings. Correct.
Correct. Smaller strings, yeah.
Correct. Smaller strings. So what I can do, I will paste this code. You just copy paste. I am pasting this code
So
in the
basically,
GoToMeeting.
as many strings as there are commas, and
Yeah.
anything before comma into one string, and anything after the comma into another string, after the comma another string, like that, right?
Yeah. Correct. So basically, the first step is entire thing is in a single string. Understood?
Correct, correct. Okay.
Okay. So you need to break that actually. I have
Hmm.
pinged you something in GoToMeeting. You can copy that actually. Not able to get it?
Yeah, I got it. String
You can,
tokens, string array.
yeah, you can copy. Yeah, you can copy that entire thing.
Okay.
Mm.
Where should I put it?
In the while loop. Okay. So these things you don't worry. Now in the case of comma underscore delimiter, in double quotes comma, you give a line dot split, double quotes comma. These things are declared as a constant in whatever. Yeah. Delete that and give double quotes comma. In double quotes. No. Double quotes comma. So you're understanding or not? The line is contains the entire line. Okay. Take the
Okay.
input file actually input.txt whatever we store in some in your desktop. Can
Yeah.
you open that once?
Yeah.
See, so first line it will read business role, comma user full name, comma NTID. When you give buffer reader dot read line, we are not storing that, skipping
Yeah.
that. Next read line will be manager, comma Ashok, comma 101.
Right.
So what will happen here? So this entire line will be in that string line
Hmm.
variable, correct?
Hmm.
So we need to split it. When you split it, more three strings will be coming. What a data type? What data type is capable of storing all the three strings? A string array, correct?
Correct. Oh, yeah.
Correct. So that is what we are taking into a token.
Hmm.
Okay, split is a method. In a string
Uh-huh.
class, you have a split method. It will take some token and it will split based upon the token into a string
Oh,
array.
okay, okay.
Concept is clear?
Now I got it.
So
Yeah.
I said it's very easy actually.
Mhm.
So now what will happen in tokens of 0? Can you tell me what data will be there from the
Uh,
file in tokens of 0?
Manager or manager, right?
Manager, perfect.
Yeah.
In tokens of 1, it will be Ashok. In tokens of 2, it will be 101. Why it is 0? Array starts with 0, right?
Yeah.
So here you can change this actually. So they have created input user token file with some constructor, right? Tokens of 0. Here you can put 0.
Hmm.
Here you can put 1. Am I right? Here you
Right,
can put
okay.
2.
So they created a
Automatically,
constants file and constants for the
yeah, yeah.
input.
That is why those errors, we don't want that. We are learning just, that's it.
Yeah.
So if you see, you have a constructor here, which takes business role, user full name and NTID. We successfully read the file
Mm,
and we were able to set into this Pojo
mm,
to what are the objects that we want.
right.
We're able to understand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add this into input data list dot add. Now your thing is ready. So the return input data list, if it has 3000 lines in the file, this will have 3000 objects. Hello?
3000 objects. Okay.
Are you getting it? If suppose the file has 3000 lines, 3000 rows,
Mm,
this array list will have 3000 objects.
correct.
Am I correct?
Correct.
Yes. Now you understood the flow. Do you want me to explain this again? This is important. So how you are actually reading it and so on. So the first thing is we are passing the file name. Okay. So you need to have a idea. So now you got it. The columns we represented as a field names here in our Pojo. Correct?
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
what is this input data list? Let me see what that is. Oh, that is we
This is
created.
a,
Paralist. Okay.
yeah. So that data list is capable of storing all the rows, right? So end of the day, if you're going to read the file and return it as a Java way, how you will return? So each column you separated into a separate Pojo. That 4 columns are there. I created a Pojo, 3 columns. Okay, setters and getters.
Mm,
Then if I want to return all the rows, the data filled up, I need to create objects, right? Correct.
mm.
That is what I am doing here. Input user token, I am creating the object IP and I am adding it here.
So this
So
will
you just tell
have.
me what are the,
So this will
yeah.
have with comma, right?
Now it will not have comma. You already separated, right? These tokens will not have comma.
Mm,
See, file name you are reading. First line you are skipping. You are not assigning to anything. Second line when you are reading, this loop will run until there is no line. So the second line when you read manager comma Ashok comma 102 will be in this line string,
yeah.
and you are splitting it.
Mm,
Token of 0 will be manager. Token of 1 is Ashok. Token of 2 is 103.
mm.
And you're creating an object. All the data is being created an object in input user token on file, and then
Oh,
that object is being added in the list.
yeah. Okay.
These things will continue
Oh, okay.
repetitively.
Okay. This is the constructor you are passing zero at the end
Yeah,
as okay. Okay. Got it. Okay.
business ID, this is
Okay.
name,
So this many
and this
objects
is
are created now.
NTID.
Okay.
This many, that's what I am telling. If 3000 rows are there in the Excel file or in the text file, 3000 objects will be there, correct?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now are you clear? This is how you need to understand. If I put a split in a string, the return type is what? You need to know. It's a string array, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah, obviously, right? Strings are being splitted means lot of strings. If it is coming in, that should be a string array. If there are number of rows, that should be a list. These basic things you need to know. Are you clear?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fine. So similarly, you need to read one more. We cannot say that as an output file actually. You can name this as in read input file 1 and read input file. Output file is something finally we're gonna write it actually. Read input file 1. You can copy paste the same thing.
Hmm.
I will do that. So same logic. Because why we are writing it again is because we need to create the pojos accordingly, right? That's why. So read input file 2. I can keep that. So basically I will be passing the file name, absolute path here, like input.txt and output.txt. Here, let me rename this input nt file. So output will be one more file actually. Output file, as I said, what are the things, the name and the NTID matching, those stuff only will be there in the output file. Are you clear?
Right. Right. This is another input actually. Okay.
Yeah. So now what I am going to do, as I said, this is input. I copied this, give cancel. Let us paste it here. Understood?
Hmm.
So let us do it here as well. This is file. We need not change anything apart from that. Here in this file, I don't think it will have 3 commas actually. 2 things only, tokens of 0 and tokens of 1.
Hmm.
Am I right?
Correct.
Delete this.
So
Yeah, we are done.
see,
actually. Everything is
One
same.
thing, hmm, how do we
Yeah.
know without seeing the, now we know we are seeing the file, but if we don't see the file, but if we expect a file, we don't know how many columns it will be, right?
No, that will be, they have to tell the requirement. We
Okay,
cannot
correct,
do a
correct.
number of rows, it can be anything. That we are doing generically here. We
Okay,
don't worry about the rows, but we should worry about the columns. They have to tell that.
hmm,
Otherwise, you will end up in wrong data.
correct, correct.
Correct? Yeah, that is a structure actually. It is like what you need to assume here, why I sold Excel file. The each row in a Excel file is equivalent to each row in a SQL table. Each column is equal to each column in a SQL table.
Hmm,
Understood?
okay,
Instead of file reading here, you're going to iterate the
sure,
SQL
sure.
rows
Each
result
row
set.
is an object.
And
Okay.
then each row is an object. If you have that understanding, that's fine. Like in a front end, you have a
Hmm,
form object coming to your back end
hmm,
middleware, you know that is an object. The same object will be stored as a row in a database. That's how
hmm.
the things works.
Okay, okay,
Okay, end of the day, things are objects here. Okay,
okay.
so now we have methods which is quite good actually to read input file, to read one. Now one more logic you need to write.
Hmm,
How will you compare the two lists actually? Now you know the scenario, right?
hmm,
In your hand you have list of input ntick bis role mapping, this one.
hmm,
Actually this is input file two. Input user take on file, one more input.
hmm.
So what you can do here, you can have both lists now coming into your hand. How are you going to compare this to list, like which are the rows that have equal values? Let us create one main method.
Hmm. Oh, in the utility, right?
Yeah, file,
Oh, you're currently creating a new class?
yeah, compare files as a class name.
Hmm.
I cannot have like this. It's like a method name actually.
Correct.
File comparator.
Exactly what I was thinking. It should always be a noun. It can't be, yeah.
Yeah, file comparator.
Okay.
Now, this is fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, file comparator. Now I can have a public static void compare files.
Hmm.
So basically what we're going to do is public static void compare files, and let me return here what are the data that are equivalent in terms of list of string. Okay, list of string, I will finally append it as a CSV file. Okay, so finally one more thing I can write it out, list of string. I will concat both the data and will append it here. Understood?
Hmm.
So this will take string file name one.
Hmm.
From the main program, I will call this method.
Hmm.
Okay, I will pass the two input file names, file name one and file
Why
name two.
can't we have this method in the utility? File utility?
Utility we can have, but file utility let us be do the same thing. Comparator can have compare logic alone.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, output file also I will pass the expected output file name, whatever the things I want here and everything. So basically what I will do with the input file and output file,
No, output file, we don't have the
output
file.
file like from the main, yeah, I don't have. I will just pass the file name what I want, simply the path. Understood?
Oh, string, string, okay, okay. Hmm.
See, three things I am passing. File name one, file name two, which the two files you already created. The third file is an empty file, a text file. If it is not there, it will create one for you. You need to specify the path where you want,
Hmm.
okay, and pass into this method. So this method will contact file utility now.
Hmm.
File utility, file utility is equal to. So what you need to do? Oh, it's a static methods, right?
Static method, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
File
yeah.
utility
File
dot
utility dot read input
read.
file one.
Okay.
Let us pass the file name one.
Hmm.
So it will return a list, right? What list that it returns? List of input user token on file.
Hmm.
So input list 1.
When you are
Let us
typing,
have like
how does it give the full name while you're typing?
control space.
Okay.
When you are keep on typing,
Hmm.
if you give control space, it will give actually.
Hmm.
See, say for example, I'm doing input.
Hmm.
I need to type till n and control space
Hmm.
shows me and then enter. Input list to file utility dot read input file to. Okay,
Hmm.
and file name to.
Hmm.
Now I have to list in my hand ready. Okay, why this is still error? It readily reads a return type. Let that be. Why I am creating the return type as list of string is try to understand.
Hmm.
In the output, what I will give is a string, comma separated, comma with the comma strings like first and second. I will append it as a string and write in a list in a file. Understood?
Hmm. List output list equal to okay.
What I am trying
That
is
string you will have comma separated.
that string,
Yeah.
not comma, that will be included comma.
Yeah.
That
Correct.
string.
Correct.
My idea is,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you are right. Yeah, you got it now, right?
So in the
Fine.
array
The
list,
final each,
okay, each string
yeah,
will be column one,
the
comma column two.
one row. Yeah, correct, correct. Column one, comma column two, each string. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So now I need to write that logic now
Mm-hmm.
to how to generate it.
Mm-hmm.
Each time I need to add that generate that things that are equal. That is not easy now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you see here, input list one, input list two. Okay. So how you will do this? I can iterate one loop completely. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
For I can iterate this. You know, remember how to iterate? There is no way. You need to take one thing at a time. For input user token file, input one, simply like this, colon. This is my list I am going to iterate.
Mm-hmm.
In this, unfortunately, what I need to do, one more loop I need to put. Otherwise, how I will go into that list, right? Are you getting it?
Mm-hmm.
Two lists are there. One more loop I will put, and each loop, what I will
Okay.
do, I need to check it.
Every yeah. Okay. Each.
Are you getting it? Each row, I need to check whether the data is not in the same way, right? That is a problem here. இங்க வந்து here if it is in the first row, there it can be in the last row.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
So you have to iterate for each every time.
Yeah, for each outer thing,
Yeah.
I will check in the each inner thing,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So if input one dot get
Yeah. Right.
business role
Mm.
dot equals
Mm.
input to, you need to do
Yeah.
basic null checks, okay, each and every time. Okay, that is important.
Mm.
Otherwise, you may end up pointer exception at any point of time.
Mm.
And better equals ignore case
Mm.
if that is your requirement.
Okay.
Okay, and now you are getting the touch, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
feeling it like
Yeah.
the objects and those stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So input one dot. That's why I said once you are capable of understanding it, you need not feel what you call worried on this actually.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the two things that are common here? Business role and this only, right? NTID.
Correct.
Full name is not there. Huh? That equals
Input two dot.
ignore case.
Mm.
Yeah, input. What is that? Two.
Mm.
Input two dot. No, no, no.
Number two.
I give the name a small letter only. Two dot
And
get
NTI. Mm.
NTID.
Mm.
All right. Now what happens still? Let me do a control A, control shift F better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not coming because error should go. 1 minute. This thing is missing. Na prachana. So NTID is integer or what? String only equals ignore case, correct only, right? Spelling.
Get NTID.
Syntax error on the token. Okay. Okay. What happened? Oh, some bracket I put here. Fine. All right. Input one.
You may need a
It's gone, right?
more. Okay.
Can you, if what it is showing?
That's
I think you need to close it. 1 minute.
okay.
Close that.
This is that. This is
No, no, no. If one bracket is missing here, you need to add one more closing thing for if totally.
okay. Okay.
Okay. Now quickly we need to do control here, control shift F. Otherwise very complex.
Hmm.
Okay, now fine. Okay. So now if you see for each outer loop, input one dot get business role dot equals ignore case input two dot get business role.
Okay.
Input one dot ntid dot equals ignore case input two dot ntid.
Hmm.
If that is equal, what you gonna do?
You
You're
will
gonna
try
create
to
a
concatenate these two strings.
concatenate. Yeah,
Add
string
comma
you would
plus.
have studied in the interview. You would have studied in the interview questions. String concatenating is a costly operation, right?
Okay.
Each time when you concat a
String
string,
buffer.
it will again create a new objects.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to do
Okay,
string
so
buffer or what is that?
builder is better.
String
String builder
builder.
is good. Reason,
Hmm.
string builder is good. The reason is, yeah, it is thread safe.
Mhm.
Okay, so each time I'm creating a string builder reference outside, what I'm going to do now, this SB is equal to new. For each thing I need to create a new string builder, right?
Hmm.
And then new string builder. Now what I will do, sp dot
And append.
append,
Hmm.
append, fine, right? So sp dot append, first thing is
Business
input
role.
business role is the first thing
Right.
in the thing. Can you tell me what could be the second thing?
Uh, Comma.
Perfect, that's it, you got it.
Okay.
So input comma. The third thing will be,
See this. You already did that, right? Input get one dot get business role.
hmm,
Uh,
both are equal. When it is equal, only it will come inside this if itself. This is just a condition, right? So next thing is input one dot. I can copy anything, input one or input two, doesn't matter here because both are equal. Am I right?
right. I was just thinking if you want to put that in a variable
Reference variable.
and
Yeah,
use
you can
it.
do that. That is actually good actually.
Otherwise, you have
So
to
it will
go
take
through the
more time.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to take more time to type everything. That's why I have done.
Okay,
Better to
got
use a
it.
reference variable.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sb dot two. Now what you need to do? You need to copy this. You need to convert into the string and add into the our output list. Output. But we forgot to add the column names actually. This was.
Hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So first line when you read line, you did that. Maybe
Similarly here in the first
maybe
thing itself, I can add a column name
right.
like this sb equal to
Hmm.
new string builder. The same reference each time it will change. So no issues. String builder. I will put
You
sb
have
dot
the
append
constants here. We
the
already
column name. The column name is business
hmm.
role.
It should be in a constant, right? Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, these things should be as per standards. These things should be
That's
constant.
fine.
Fine.
We'll come to that. Okay.
SB dot append business role. The second one NTID. Yeah,
Hmm.
NTID. So we are there now. Understood.
Hmm.
Now what we can do input. Sorry, this is the output list. Initially we're gonna add this output
You have
list dot
to
add.
in the next row. This place I okay string builder.
This place only before the loop starts itself. Otherwise, each time the row will be copied, right?
Hmm.
Before the loop, this should be only one time, right? The headings. So before the actual data starts, the heading should be there.
Hmm.
Are you clear?
Hmm. Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So this is fine. So output list dot add, you have sb dot toString.
Yeah.
So here you have this. So fine. So this is how you're gonna return your output list.
Mm.
The output list finally you will have things as comma separated.
Mm.
Am I clear?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now what you're gonna do? One method in the main class. What you will do? You will get this list of string when you pass the file name 1, file name 2, and output file. Output file is not necessary here, right? Yeah, you're right.
But now
That
we
can be
have
done in the
only string array list, right? You have to write it
yeah
into the file, right?
into file. Yeah, correct. That we will do in the main method itself.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Ashok, I need to go. Sorry. Started.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
I need to. I have.
So shall we continue this reading in the main method in the next class?
Yeah, we have to.
Fine. So when you are next
Today
class,
evening. I mean, tomorrow morning for you. Will you be available?
that will be fine because tomorrow evening I have one more student whose exam is on Friday, so I
Uh-huh.
have to give importance to
Morning,
him
what time?
actually tomorrow evening.
I'll be
Morning means
available from 9 o'clock.
8 a.m. will be fine for me.
8 a.m. Yeah, okay, that's good. 9:30. That will
Okay,
be
8
perfect.
to 9 will be fine. 1 hour only because 9 I have another class tomorrow morning, 9 to
Oh,
10. Then I have to leave office. Tomorrow bit tight
okay.
schedule. Okay, fine.
How about 7:30? Is it too early because it's already late for you?
Let me see if I
I'll
wake
ping
up. I will
you.
surely.
I'll ping you, and
Yeah,
if you are available,
you
just
like today. You just ping me like how it is.
okay,
Fine.
okay, okay.
Okay, I think with this we are 10.5, right?
Yep,
How much we are?
10.5.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. You didn't deposit it right yet?
I sent it to my friend to do it. Probably he will do it tonight, today only.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Fine.
Today only. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. One help. Can you send me the file actually? I need two helps actually. One is uh, okay. For now, you just send me the file whatever we did, all the files to my mail. Okay. This
Uh,
project.
okay, okay. Did this
All
last?
the four files for now, you just send me all the four files to my mail.
Okay.
Okay, tomorrow, if possible, if the sessions are recorded, if possible, if you can upload in somewhere and can share it to me if you
Yeah,
don't mind, that will be
sure,
better
sure.
for me.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
yeah,
Mm.
thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, Rama.
Bye.